There's so many Somalians in this bitch.
Harvard's graduation turned into a political protest, and at MIT, they were giving lengthy Free Palestine speeches, and then there was this guy who wore an indigenous outfit to receive his degree. Make sure that you are subscribed because in this video, we are looking at the most unhinged graduates ever. POV, it's the biggest moment of your life. You walk on stage to receive your diploma, and this happens. You get kicked in the face by the person walking in front of you who decided to do a backflip. The saddest part is how happy she was.
Yeah, she wasn't fair. Yeah.
Tongue out, peace, look at me. Foot to the head. Check out these graduates from Harvard with their Palestine signs. This sign says Harvard legalizes genocide. Isn't that a little bit awkward to hold up that sign at Harvard? Shouldn't they wait to receive their diploma before showing the sign? Sure seems like they got a lot of people on board with this. This principal is going viral for the way that he was dancing with this graduate. This is incredibly inappropriate. This doesn't look like a normal teacher to student interaction. Even if he was a cool teacher, it's still pretty bizarre. But just wait for it. It gets more interesting. Yes, oh, he's such a cool teacher, right? He lets people jump over him. What do you guys think about this guy's style? Let's hear this MIT graduation speech.
Good afternoon, friends. We've been given the privilege of access to a place like this, to a community like this, and it is now time to make use of it. We cannot allow fear to keep us from doing that. You have faced the obstacle of fear before, and you turned it into fuel to stand up for what is right. You showed the world that MIT wants a free Palestine.
I was really with her, and then I just became a little bit confused.
Last spring, MIT's undergraduate body and graduate student union voted overwhelmingly to cut ties with the genocidal Israeli military. You called for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, and you stood in solidarity with the pro-Palestine activists on campus. You faced threats, intimidation, and suppression coming from all directions, especially your own university officials. But you prevailed because the MIT community that I know would never tolerate a genocide.
I just imagine that this was very awkward for the parents and families in the audience. Or maybe it wasn't, and everybody agreed with her. But regardless, it is pretty insane to bring these things up during your graduation when it should just be a moment of celebration. They are bringing out all the signs. That one says Israel racist state. This one, a Palestinian flag, and then none of the teachers shook her hand. This one said arms embargo now. So many of the graduates are walking on the stage with signs. So the last principal we saw looked pretty cool, but this guy honestly just looks like an absolute jerk. Apparently, the graduation ended early after he said, "Look who's leaving, all the black people." That's so messed up.
Close those doors. Close the doors. Now. Close the doors. Now. Close the doors.
I wasn't expecting it to be a woman. She's yelling at them to close the doors. She's not allowing them to leave.
You people are being so rude to not listen to this speech. It was my fault that we missed it in the program.
People walking out.
Look who's leaving, all the black people.
I cannot believe she actually said that. Is she trying to ruin her life? Is she trying to get canceled and never be able to find any job ever again? In Harvard, this graduate was using the graduation for a platform for her political agenda as well.
There are no safe zones left in Gaza after 600 days and 77 years of genocide.
Wait a second, where are we?
I center these students with urgent Desperation because time is running out. No meaningful aid has entered Gaza since March 2nd, and this is on our account. I center Palestine today not just because of its scale of atrocity, but because of our complicity in it.
The very scattered and unenthusiastic claps.
Class of 2025, Palestine is waiting for us to arrive.
Which you will not do. You won't go to Palestine, so they're going to be waiting for some time. Here we have Harvard students enthusiastically clapping because their university is suing Donald Trump. I have to assume that if you go to Harvard, you don't have a choice but to be Democrat, or at the very least, be anti-Donald Trump. This student decided to do his walk while holding up the flag of the Chinese Communist Party, which doesn't have much of a place in the United States at all. I do not know what was in the punch at this graduation ceremony, but I cannot come up with a reason why this type of behavior would be normal, because I understand that you're excited for your graduation and it feels like you're entering this new chapter of your life and you're feeling so nostalgic about the last 5 years or whatever, but I don't know if it means that you should begin just absolutely losing your mind in the most uncoordinated dance moves I've ever seen. Probably the most unhinged graduate of them all says that she will not stand for the national anthem. Interesting. I wonder what country her flight is to after her graduation. So instead of showing respect to your country, you instead are going to stare at yourself on your phone. I'm sure your hair looks fine. I wonder what exactly would prompt a person to go through college for 4+ years and then at your graduation say, this was all for nothing, I'm just going to rip up my degree.
Joy Lynn Van Hassel. Bixia Chen.
Man, it's a good thing she didn't eat it.
Joy Lynn Van Hassel. Bixia.
Bruce. Why did she do that? And the way she ripped it up too was so clumsy and intense. There was just so much anger. She just looks so tense. That has to be really unhealthy. This Minnesota graduation is filled with Somalians.
There's so many Somalians in this bitch. Oh God. Any place you walk, you see all of that.
I don't know why I was expecting to see all the graduates being Somalian, but of course, all of the family members, he's so brave to just take that video right there in front of them.
Everywhere. What the hell? There's so many Somalians in this bitch. Oh God. Any place you walk.
I love the way he said Somalians. Look at all of these Somalians. Something is not right. Finally, something uplifting coming from these American graduations. This guy claps for every graduate. That is very, very kind.
Jackson Madden.
Jackson.
Alia Ayala. Sean Ferris.
That's so cute.
Reed Finch. Connor Flanagan.
The fact that he says their name is so cute. I mean, it's true. Yeah, not all parents can come or not everybody has family. This is a graduation today at Hunter Graduate School for Social Work. Look at them mindlessly chanting. Oh no. imagine those graduation ceremonies are so long. They take like 6 hours sometimes because there's so many people, and they're just chanting and screaming, can't even move on, get on with the next speaker, just pass all 2,000 students so we can go home. Okay now, but this is a really wholesome one. The moment your husband finds out his stepson is changing his last name. That's wild. Imagine she turns the camera around and there's another guy and it says, the moment your husband finds out that your son changed his last name from yours to a different guy's name.
Alexander Fail. Caleb St. Marie. William Ford.
How would you like that to be permanent?
Tyler Foster.
Because it's going to be.
Riley 48.
What are you doing Tuesday? You want to go to court?
Christopher Samuel Delay. Hale. Emilio Narduno.
Look at your son.
Aw.
Michaela Sharon.
That's really sweet.
Are you going to give him the paper yet?
Cassandra Gage.
No, you know why I even slept?
Kelly Gonzalez.
Jeez. That's so cute. You can really tell that he was so touched by it. And it seemed like in that moment, so many memories came to his head. I mean, he was so touched. Join me every Friday for live Q&As. And would you please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel? Thanks so much for being here. You guys are the very, very best in the whole wide world. Have the most wonderful, productive day of your entire life. I will see you next time. Bye.